Hi and welcome back to La Foret French class. Today we are going to understand the exam pattern for the TCF Speaking and Writing in a very simple way. So without any further ado, let's get started. The speaking test of the TCF is mandatory and lasts about 12 minutes. So the task 1 is introduction. In this, the examiner wants you to answer basic questions clearly. The questions are usually based on your daily routine, such as your name, your nationality, your job or studies, your family information, and they also ask you questions like why are you learning French, why are you giving this exam, etc. The main goal is not to judge your opinion, but to test your ability to hold basic conversation and answer about your basic information. So the task 2 is role play. Here you and the examiner act out a situation. You must ask questions, respond, negotiate, or describe a problem. Common situations include calling for reserving hotel room, reserving tickets, proposing a plan to a friend, asking for help, calling for more information, returning defective products. This task tests your ability to interact naturally, respond correctly, ask questions correctly, and use polite expressions. Task 3 is to give your opinion. This is the most important task. For this task, you receive an topic and you must explain your opinion, justify it, and give examples. Topics usually focus on health, education, environment, social media, travel, work-life balance, etc. The examiner may ask follow-up questions to check if you can argue logically, explain your ideas, compare opinions, and use B1 to C1 level vocabulary and connectors.
Up next is a full class recording where the instructor explains the TCF speaking task in detail.
Okay. So remember to say that. Okay. You can say, try to use subjonctif. Ok. Il faut que je visite ma famille bientôt. Ok. Ok. J'aimerais. Je parle déjà 4 langues, mais j'aimerais apprendre les autres parce que je suis vraiment intéressée dans les langues. Ok, les langues m'attirent beaucoup. Okay, so there are better ways to say everything. Just we have to find them. Okay, and try to use some, words which are long soutenus, like s'épanouir, s'épanouissement. Ok, j'ai commencé à apprendre la langue française pour mon épanouissement personnel, mais maintenant je vois les différents avantages. Ok. Ça va? Does anyone else want to try?
I can go.
Yes, please.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Dever, j'habite en Inde pendant 2 ans, mais quand j'étais au Canada, j'étais une étudiante où j'ai obtenu mon diplôme en business accounting et après ça, j'étais une ouvre pour 3 ans travaillant comme un analyste financier. Je parle 4 langues, hindi, gujarati, anglais et maintenant la langue d'amour.
Okay. Bien. I would change a few pronunciations, okay? Also, the English words like business accounting. Find the French word for it.
Something like
Comptabilité d'entreprise or something.
yes.
Okay. So yeah. We'll do one thing. After the class today, everyone send me prepare your introduction, okay? 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, not more than that. Okay? And send it on the chat. We'll discuss the pronunciations tomorrow. And we'll also work on how to say it better. Okay?
That's something I had a question regarding. Is it a good idea to just have a frame, like a template, something for all three tasks?
Yes. Like you can have a template, but it will not remain the same for all tasks. We'll discuss them. For
Okay,
the
not like
task one, yeah.
not like a template that these are the only words I speak. It should be modified. Like I can change words, I can add words, but the main skeleton stays the same basically.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So for task one, we learn our introduction. Okay. And the more important and the better parts in the beginning. Because the examiner will and can stop us, can and will stop us anytime that they want. Okay.
I did. It was the same case in mine today.
Same
I,
case with
s-
you?
yeah, I started and they were just asking questions like, I just said the line of J'habite à Calgary en Alberta depuis l'année dernière. So she asked like, why? Why you moved here? It was my second last line after that I moved
Okay.
here for my work. Then she started sudden questions like what you did last weekend. Then I said I work as this position. She was like, do you like your work? What do you like most? Why you choose this? And then finish. I didn't finish my whole introduction. So
Yeah, that's exactly what will happen. So you will say your introduction maybe 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 1 minute. Depends on the mood of the examiner. Then they'll ask you questions, okay? Quel est votre animal préféré? Qui est votre meilleur ami? Décrivez votre famille. Comment est votre relation avec votre père? Euh, Quel est votre film préféré? Acteur préféré? Couleur préférée? OK? OK, décrivez le dernier voyage que vous avez fait. OK, quelques mémoires de vos grands-parents, un souvenir de votre enfance, votre meilleur ami d'enfance. OK, anything. So this range is crazy, but the answers are pretty simple. OK, so all of us have given the IELTS here, so you know how this is going to work. Okay, you do not answer in one word or one line. You answer in 2 or 3 lines. Okay, with very little details but precise answer. Okay. Okay. So if I give you a question, everyone answer it. Okay. Quel est votre non un souvenir de votre enfance? You won't have this much time.
Je me souviens que j'étais joué avec mes amis et mes cousins. Il y avait beaucoup de jeux que j'avais joué comme cache-cache et etc. Et je me souviens que je n'aimais pas aller à l'école. Oui.
Okay. Bien. You said j'étais joué. Okay, so that was wrong. Je jouais or then you come cache-cache, etc. So a better way for that would have been mon jeu préféré était cache-cache. Okay, and in the end, have a proper full stop conclusion. Okay, not we say two. Do not do that. Okay, but good for starters. We build up from here. Okay, Rajul.
Je me souviens que quand j'étais jeune, je voudrais aller à cours de danse et j'ai plutôt profité de cette course parce que j'ai fait beaucoup d'amis dans ce course et aussi mon enseignant est très bon avec moi. Donc oui.
Okay. Okay, so do not end with donc oui. You could have ended just before that. Mon enseignante était bien. Okay, good. Some errors, we'll work on them. Dhaval?
Oui, je ne souviens pas beaucoup de choses dans mon enfance, mais une highlight, une souligne dans mon enfance et jouer avec des amis. Jouer des jeux de cricket, des jeux de football, c'était la jeu dans mon enfance et c'est la mémoire très importante pour moi.
Okay, très bien. Good conclusion. Some words like football are English. Refrain from using English words.
Yes, it should be foot, not football.
Yes, exactement. Varshil.
Je me souviens que quand j'étais petit, j'adorais aller à l'école parce que en école, j'ai gagné beaucoup de prix pour quelques débats et pour les concours de peinture aussi. Et mon jeu préféré était cricket et j'ai joué avec mes amis beaucoup. Maintenant, mon enfance me manque beaucoup.
Okay, bien. Okay, so one thing that I noted for all of you is when I ask one souvenir, it has to be one souvenir, not like a habit. Like you said, playing games or going to dance class or going to school. So that cannot be a souvenir. Okay, it has to be one incident. Okay, par exemple, quand j'étais petit, je suis venue au parc aquatique avec mes parents et c'était une très belle journée. On a beaucoup s'amusé et de là-bas, j'avais acheté un petit jouet que j'ai même aujourd'hui. Okay, so one souvenir. So when they're asking you the questions, listen very carefully and try to be as specific as you can be. Okay? Ça va?
Oui.
Okay. We'll work more on this. For now, we'll move on to Tash the. Okay? Tash the is an interaction where you will have a task. They'll give you 2 minutes of preparation and then you will have to ask questions, okay? So it's you who is leading the conversation. Okay? Remember, the answers will not be specific, okay? If you say, for example, I'll give you a task and you ask me the different questions that are possible. Okay. Okay. This is your task. Je suis votre ami, donc moi, je suis l'ami et c'est bientôt mon anniversaire. Vous organisez une fête pour moi et vous me demandez mon avis. Okay? So these are the things, lieu, invité, horaire, are the things that you have to ask. Okay? Compulsory. But you can ask other things as well. Okay? Remember, in all 3 tasks, try to use subjunctive conditionnel C clause. Okay? So ask me questions and I'll tell you how we can improve them.
Aliou, qu'est-ce que tu as décidé pour ton anniversaire?
Anniversaire.
Anniversaire.
Oh, as an examiner, I will say rien, rien de spécial. Je ne sais pas. Okay. My objective is not to give you more details, and your objective is to get as much details as possible. Okay. So, as a starter, this is good. Qu'est-ce que tu as décidé pour ton anniversaire? But then you cannot ask this question in the middle of your task.
Donc,
Okay, so if I say rien de spécial, you have to ask follow-up questions.
pourquoi c'est ton 18 anniversaire que tu dois célébrer avec notre ami?
Okay. Donc, okay, but see, the question is different version. You have decided that you are organizing this party for your friend. Okay, read the question properly.
Comme nous pouvons aussi répondre comme pas de problème, je voudrais organiser une fête pour ton anniversaire avec l'aide de notre ami.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that, but do not take a risk. What if you ask, qu'est-ce que tu fais pour ton anniversaire? And je dis, je vais à Barcelone avec mes parents.
Donc, nous pouvons changer.
Non.
Oui. Avant l'anniversaire ou après l'anniversaire.
Do not take that risk. Okay, what is given in the question is there. You know this, so you don't need to build around it. You can directly go to it.
What if the situation happens?
Sorry?
The one that you said.
Yeah, so don't ask that question. Just say, okay, bonjour Riba, comment ça va? Je te propose d'organiser la fête pour ton anniversaire. Ok, et j'ai quelques questions pour toi.
Okay.
Ok? Okay, more questions.
Quel est ton endroit préféré pour ton anniversaire?
Ok, quel est ton endroit préféré pour ton
Préféré.
anniversaire? Ok. More questions about the place.
Si tu préfères la nature, nous pouvons aussi organiser une fête en une maison qui est en la forêt. En la forêt.
Ok.
Comme le thème
Dans une
de...
cabane.
Oui,
Cabane. Dans
cabane.
la forêt. Ok. Not bad.
Si tu n'aimes pas la nature, nous pouvons aussi organiser en centre-ville parce qu'il y a beaucoup de boîtes et les endroits qui tu préfères passer la journée.
Ok. Not bad. So, boîte et les endroits où tu préfères passer des jours. Ok. Double smiley, Rajul. Need questions from you.
Sure, I can do it. Salut mon ami, ce sera votre 18 anniversaire bientôt. Je pense qu'on doit le célébrer à à un restaurant préférable.
Okay.
Je pense XYZ restaurant.
Okay. Again, you have to ask questions. Okay. Your first line could be a sentence, but second or third line onwards, you have to ask questions. Okay. And do not use votre with ami.
C'est ton anniversaire. Bientôt, ce sera ton anniversaire. Pourquoi on ne pas célébrer le restaurant préféré?
À ta restaurant préféré.
Ta restaurant préféré.
Ok. Oui, pourquoi pas. Yeah, again.
J'avais réservé nuit de ton anniversaire. Combien d'invités vous préférez? Tu préfères?
Tu préfères? Je ne sais pas. 15.
Seulement les familles et tes amis ou si tu aimes les autres gens?
Oui, c'est comme tu veux, si tu organises.
Très bien. Et concernant l'oreille de fête, vous avez tu as les spéciaux, tu as les plans spéciaux avec ta famille?
Rien.
Rien. Donc, on a le nuit, on peut le célébrer.
Ok. Parfait. Okay. Sorry?
Do I have to continue more or how many?
No, for now it's fine. So see, this will continue for 3.5 minutes. Okay? We hardly did 1 minute. Okay, so don't use all your questions in the beginning. Okay, save something, like save your questions till the end. So there should be a lot of follow-up questions. If you say que je veux fêter à ton restaurant préféré, I said oui. So you ask quel est ton restaurant préféré. Okay.
My thought was that if I am saying your restaurant favorite, as your friend, I already know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why would I say your favorite restaurant? That's why I.
Yes. So what you can do is you can confirm. Okay. C'est la cabana? Oui. Okay. This can be an informal conversation because it's with your friend.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So details. Okay. We need details and follow-up questions. This task is about getting, a lot of details. So the examiner will check your capability to get the details. Okay. And that's why you have 3.5 minutes. It's not a very short time. Okay. So, Rajul Smiley.
I feel before the monologue is gonna be a challenge.
No, it's not. So when you know how it's going to go, it's fine. Today's is the first session that we're doing this, so it will be okay. It will get better. Okay. Resident Smiley, do you have questions?
Oui, salut mon ami. Bientôt c'est ton anniversaire et je voudrais réserver une fête pour célébrer dans un restaurant, mais je ne sais pas quel est ton restaurant préféré.
Je sais pas. On peut aller chez Chili's peut-être.
Oui, c'est très bien. Et aussi, je voudrais inviter tous nos amis si tu veux.
Oui.
C'est d'accord avec toi, c'est bien. Et aussi, avec nos amis, tu préfères que m'invite ta famille aussi?
Peut-être pas avec des amis.
D'accord. Et pour le lieu, si tu veux aller le même restaurant, c'est côté de la centre-ville et après ça, je pense on peut aller au parc pour un pique-nique, si tu veux.
Ok. Ok, on décidera.
D'accord. Et pour le temps, quel est ton temps préféré pour célébrer parce qu'il y a envie? C'est le dimanche.
Donc, n'importe quel, je serai libre.
D'accord. Je vais décider pour le temps. D'accord. Et
Okay. So here, if I say n'importe quel, peu importe, these are not details.
yeah,
Okay, you have to be able to get them out of me. Okay, so you have to be persistent. Okay. Also, in the beginning, you picked the place yourself where you had to ask a question. Okay, you picked the restaurant. So you picked restaurant. You can ask, où vas-tu fêter? Okay, then I would have definitely said, je sais pas. Est-ce que tu as des idées? Okay, then you give options. Restaurant, jardin, discothèque, cinéma. Okay. Or if you want to give the options of different restaurants only, give the options of different restaurants. Like this restaurant is at this location and has this vibe, whatever. Okay. So think not with the point of view of exam. Okay. How would you be doing that in your real life with your friend? Okay, that would give you more ideas because you have done this before with your friends. Okay, and these three things are given to you: lieu, in invité, or air. So there could be at least 2-3 questions for each of these, which would give you 6 to 9 questions. But then there are other things. Qu'est-ce que je t'offre comme un cadeau? Okay. या फिर est-ce que tu veux faire du shopping avant ton anniversaire? Qu'est-ce que tu vas porter? Il faut que tu portes un nouveau rouge, une nouvelle robe. Ok? Si tu veux, je peux faire ton maquillage. Je sais comment faire des paillettes. Okay? These are just some guidelines for you. You do not have to endure. Okay? Rajul, do you have questions?
Salut Amélie, comment ça va?
Je vais très bien, et toi?
Bien, je rappelle que ton anniversaire est proche et je pensais que nous devons organiser une fête pour toi. Qu'est-ce que tu penses?
Ok, pas mal, on peut le faire.
J'ai quelques idées pour toi. Nous pourrions aller au cinéma ou les marchés où il y a des concerts de Shawn Mendes. Est-ce que vous aimez l'artiste Shawn Mendes?
Oui, je l'aime bien.
Ok, donc euh, est-ce que vous voulez-vous non, vas-tu inviter des autres amis?
Oui, c'est comme tu veux.
Ok, et après la concert, qu'est-ce que vas-tu faire?
Je sais pas, tu as des idées?
J'ai pensé nous pourrons aller au restaurant pour le dîner avec tous nos amis
Ok.
et commander
Oui,
un gâteau pour toi. Et je pense que vous préférez le gâteau au chocolat, c'est vrai,
oui,
ou un autre?
oui, oui.
Ok, donc c'est ça.
Ok, très bien. Okay, good touch on the gâteau, but ask more instead of just saying them. Okay, parce que you can ask, je veux commander un gâteau aussi. Est-ce que tu as des allergies? Ok, j'ai pensé à quelque chose, là, mais il faut que tu me dises de tes allergies parce que non, comme je peux commander un gâteau qui te va. Ok. Il faut qu'on choisisse un restaurant euh, qui peut nous apporter le repas sur notre table. OK? Après le concert, ça sera trop difficile de faire le self-service. OK? So all of you are on the right track. Here, Partash, though, you need a little tweaking. Okay? Think beyond the question. Okay? And because these are always going to be real life questions, you will have a lot to say. Okay, but if you're in your exam pressure, then it's going to be difficult.
I felt it.
Okay. Right now?
No, like in
Okay.
exam.
Okay. So you had this in your exam as well, right?
Yeah, I had it. But I had
What
the
was
same topic as it was that examiner is my friend and she got bad result in the French
mm,
course. So she was disappointed and didn't want it to come into the class. So I needed to like motivate her by saying like whatever that I wanted to and then convince her to come into the class. So I said like before that what happened, I know that like I knew because I felt that situation, right? So yes. So I just tried like help of the professor, help of other people. I can give my notes, she can prepare from it. And then the last question that I asked was what was it? Yes, if she doesn't want it to come, I can help her as well after the class. So she was convinced at the end.
yeah. In the end, the you don't have to convince in TCF. Okay. So it's just asking questions. So it's good.
It is
That's one task
easy.
less.
No, she
Yes.
was not literally saying just nothing. I don't want to come.
Mm.
I just got my marks and what's kind of future that I have. I was like, okay, why you are being so negative?
Yeah.
And there were two people were suddenly getting into the conversation.
Oh, so
I don't know.
normally only one person does this
Yeah, it
conversation.
was so strange. And I was the first one, although I was last. But one of person didn't came. So like he came to my desk and like, are you able to change your place from last to first? And I was like, okay.
Okay.
I thought after exam I will have an hour so I can practice. Like in a
Mm.
way of I can make myself speak until hour. It was just 30 minutes.
Okay, good enough still.
So yeah. But that pressure is different, like for sure. In
Yeah.
speaking, we can't feel
Yeah.
in the three parts.
Yeah.
But yes, was intense.
Okay, and that's just B1 that we're talking about.
Yes.
Okay, so prepare well for TCF. We're talking about TCF -3 now. Okay, it's a monologue. This is a topic where people have trouble because you have to speak for 4.5 minutes. Okay, 4.5 minutes. So your topic could be very simple. Sometimes people do not understand the topic as well. Okay, I just pray that it doesn't happen. I'll give you one topic for speaking. Yeah.
C'est sans la préparation.
Yes, sans préparation. Also, they will not give you the task in front of you. They will just say it. Okay, task 2 will be written in front of you. Task 3
Okay.
will just be said. Okay, so I will say, for now I'm giving it to you, but I will just say, dans le futur, avec les nouvelles technologies, nous n'aurons plus besoin de travailler. Qu'en pensez-vous?
Hmm.
Okay, so here I'll give you a frame, like Double mentioned. Okay, if you know that you have to talk for 4.5 minutes, just 1 minute. Yeah, if you know you have to talk for 4.5 minutes, you divide your time. Okay, you have your introduction. Okay, 2 to 3 points to support your arguments, and a conclusion. Okay, the arguments will have examples in them. Okay, so for each argument, you will have approximately 1 minute, which is 3 minutes. Okay, including examples. So 3 to 3.5 minutes with examples are your supporting arguments. Okay, in the middle. Remember to use the connectors.
Mm.
Okay, tout d'abord, cependant, en revanche, de surcroît, finalement. Okay, so premièrement, finalement, ensuite are very basic. If you are aiming for B2 plus, make a list of the better connectors, which are like B2 level or C1 as well. Pick them out. Okay. Introduction. Be very clear. Okay. So give an example of nouvelle technology maybe. Okay. So you can say, c'est sûr que nous sommes dans le futur. Ok, nous vivons dans le futur est le présent. Mais à mon avis, je ne pense pas qu'on a plus besoin de travailler. Aujourd'hui, moi, je travaille et vous travaillez. Ok, même si nous vivons dans le futur, on travaille, nous travaillons tous les jours. Le travail n'arrête pas, même avec les nouvelles technologies, les technologies futuristiques. Donc, je crois que dans le futur aussi, nous aurons besoin de travailler. OK? Je vais présenter mes opinions et je vais vous donner quelques exemples. Okay? This is an introduction. So, इसमें plus minus you can do. Okay? Then you have 3 points. Ça va? And conclusion. So we need connectors, subjunctive, conditional, gerundive, C clause.
Okay.
Okay, you have to remember to do all these. Now, this is doable. Okay, it seems like a lot, but this is doable. Today is just our first session with this. So we'll work on it more. One good thing is that you are a group of people. Okay, so you can have common lists of connectors, for example. Common
I think
lists
I made
of,
it.
sorry,
I made it already.
yeah.
I made
So
it.
you can practice with each other. And first of all, I want you all to practice speaking 4.5 minutes, okay? For once, we forget about talking correctly, using connectors, using subjunctives. For once, we forget that. Make sure you're able to talk for 4.5 to 5 minutes. Okay. So we have to reach that point first. Okay. Remember, no hesitation. Okay. No in between. It happens. Okay. Thoda thoda aega hi. But try to reduce it as much as you can. Okay. It is a matter of habit purely. Okay. When you practice good enough, you are able to manage that. Okay, when you're speaking this, do not try to speak very fast. You can speak slowly, but be calm. Okay, do not get stressed looking at this. Okay, so prepare for this. If you do not have enough vocabulary, do make lists of vocabularies. Okay, for listening and speaking, I recommend seeing videos or listening to podcasts where there are monologues. Okay, it will help you with the listening part as well. Okay, so do that. What I used to do, I have showed it to Varshil and Rajul before, but I'll show you once more. So I used to, and I still do, I listen while driving to and from work. I watch YouTube videos or listen to YouTube videos, whatever, which are monologues. Okay, so it can be a report by any radio channel or something. My YouTube is loading. And these videos are 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Okay, for example, I'll send us, yes. Okay, like this. So what I sent here is some random channel. Okay, but what I also like is Arte. Arte is a radio and media channel. Okay, this is also a good video. It's not very long, but it's good practice.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Oh no, okay.
I'll send you the Arte channel. But the Arte can become a little monotone.
I feel sometimes art is boring
Yes, that can happen.
because the sujets are very strange and
So I find this
sometimes
usually very interesting. Ils sont vraiment intéressants, mais parfois leur reportage, ce n'est pas si intéressant.
Aussi, le reportage consistant des autres langues. Il n'est pas
Aussi,
français.
oui.
c'est doublage.
Oui. Il y a un problème parce qu'il est très...
Parce que c'est une chaîne franco-allemande. OK?
Okay.
Il y
Donc,
a
ça
un
va
autre,
exister.
il y a un autre channel, Hugo Decrypt.
OK.
Oui, pour
So one of my students used to listen 7 millions de voisins aussi. Or 7 milliards de voisins, whatever. Okay, so she said she was preparing for TEF, but that helped her with the micro software. Okay? Yeah, so it's 8 milliards de voisins maintenant. Okay? So, yeah, I will share that as well with you. Just some things to look at to develop your vocabulary and listening, which will indirectly help you with your speaking. Okay?
On doit choisir les topics abstracts, philosophiques ou des actualités.
Tous les deux. Parce que pour le tâche 3 de production orale, c'est tous les deux. Ok? Normalement, ce sont des sujets d'économie sociale, la société, la science, les politiques, n'importe. Ok? Ça pourrait être l'environnement, l'embouteillage, n'importe quel. Okay, so there could be very weird questions. Like, I will give you an example. Mm. Like this one. Il faut aimer son travail pour être productif. Est-ce que vous êtes d'accord? Il faut aimer son travail pour être productif. Okay? This one. Favorite. La gentillesse aide toujours à se faire écouter et respecter. Okay, so questions like these come, and these are very difficult to understand as well. Okay? La gentillesse aide-t-elle toujours à se faire écouter et respecter? Now, what do you even say to this?
Ideas is flowing on me.
Okay? So for this, you have to talk for 4.5 minutes. So you have to prepare yourself accordingly. Okay? Any topic that comes at you, you have to talk for 4.5 minutes. Ça va? Okay. Okay.
Oui.
So, Smiley, you had written something today, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have enough time today, so I will discuss that with you tomorrow. Rajul and Varshal, I'll share the recording with you of the previous session where I explained the writing part. Okay? Yeah. So, for tomorrow, we can decide on something if you want to work on writing or speaking.
Speaking?
Yeah, so you have to pick one.
Yeah,
We can
speaking.
do writing at home and then speaking can be done. That's my opinion. Speaking can be done on the
Okay.
Yeah.
That works
Okay.
with everyone.
Yeah, we can do that. So for tomorrow, we will discuss this speaking section only. Ok? Ça va. Pratiquez bien et on se voit demain.
Oui.
Ok?
Merci.
À
À
demain,
demain.
merci.
Au revoir.
The writing section lasts for about 16 minutes and it has 3 tasks. With each task, it becomes more difficult. So the task 1 is to write a short message. You may be asked to write an email to a friend, a note, a reminder, or a simple message explaining a situation. The main goal of this task is to test your ability to write clearly and ask questions properly. So the second task is writing a formal or informal letter. You might write a complaint, a request letter, a letter asking for more information, a thank you letter, a letter refusing or accepting an invitation. The main thing to focus while writing this task is to follow a structure, that is greeting, body, conclusion, following a tone, that is whether the letter is informal or formal, and also to give clear and organized ideas. So the task 3 is writing an opinion essay, and this is the most advanced task of all the 3 tasks. And for this task, you must present a topic, give your opinions, use connectors like to the board, finalement, ensuite, etc., and present reasons and examples. The topics are usually societal or general and not technical. For example, should phones be allowed in school? Do social media apps bring people together or create distance, etc.? The main goal of this task is to show that you can give logical, structured arguments.
Up next is a full class recording where the instructor explains the TCF writing tasks in detail.
Le TCF. OK. Pour l'expression orale, non. Pour l'expression écrite, il y a 3 parties. OK. Le premier avec c'est un petit message de 120 mots maximum. OK. C'est un court message et souvent vous devez écrire à vos amis ou famille. Et puis parfois ça peut être aux personnes inconnues aussi. OK. C'est vraiment simple. Pour la deuxième tâche, vous avez un message, encore un court message de 150 mots. Oui. Et puis à la fin, la troisième tâche, OK, 60 minutes, 3 tâches. Et la troisième tâche, vous avez 2 documents et vous devez faire un petit résumé et donner votre opinion. OK? Donc, pour les 3 tâches, vous avez 60 minutes totales. OK? Et je vous explique comment vous pouvez partager votre temps, diviser votre temps pour les 3 tâches. OK? Et donc, pour la première tâche, je vous propose de dépenser 10 minutes, pour le deuxième 20 et pour le troisième 30 minutes. OK? Et pour le première tâche, OK, vous dépensez 2 minutes pour faire un plan, OK, make a plan of what you're going to write, and 8 minutes writing. OK, similarly for task 2, 4 to 5 minutes maximum for planning and 15 minutes writing. And for task 3, 10 minutes of planning and 20 minutes of writing. Okay. So that's that. For the any doubts still here? We'll look at examples and all. But any doubts still here? No? Okay. So let me pull up an example. Ok. Euh, ok. Respectez pour toutes les expressions écrites. Ok. Respectez le nombre de mots minimum et maximum. Ok.
Ok.
Si c'est hors limite, ils ne vont pas le corriger. Ok. À un nom à temps, si votre écriture n'est pas lisible, chaque tâche n'est pas faite avec le nombre de mots demandés. Ok. Au sujet. Et une ou plusieurs tâches ne sont pas réalisées. OK? Et puis, un mot, c'est entre deux espaces. OK? OK, donc un bon sujet, c'est 3 mots, et c'est-à-dire, c'est un mot. OK? OK. Est-ce que vous allez passer l'examen en Inde ou au Canada?
Canada.
Euh, pour moi, en
OK.
Inde.
En Inde? OK.
Oui.
Donc, pour les personnes qui passent l'examen en Inde, je vous recommande d'aller passer à Bhopal, si possible, parce que là, vous pouvez toujours écrire, passer l'examen à la main. OK? Vous pouvez écrire sur une feuille pour les examens.
Ok.
OK? C'est toujours possible. Mais c'est à vous de décider. OK?
Okay, that's fine. I like it.
Oui. OK. Donc, oui. Ça, c'est la première tâche. Vous venez d'arriver en France, vous êtes à l'aéroport, votre valise n'est pas arrivée. Donc, au bureau d'accueil, vous devez remplir une fiche, ok, indiquer comment est votre valise et raconter comment vous l'avez perdue. OK? Donc, pour les tâches de compréhension, d'expression écrite et orale, OK? Il faut que vous écoutiez très bien et lisiez très bien. OK? Ici, c'est votre tâche. OK? Indiquez comment est votre valise et comment vous l'avez perdu. OK? Donc, comme vous n'avez pas beaucoup de mots, OK, la limite est trop petite, ne donnez pas beaucoup d'informations. OK? Juste les informations nécessaires.
Ok.
OK? Donc, si vous avez 10 minutes totales pour cette tâche, dans votre planning, qu'est-ce que vous allez décider? What will you think during your planning time?
Euh,
Comment, comment je l'ai perdu et aussi comment je vais décrire la valise.
Oui, but you need details.
what was my flight number, the time of arrival, and then more description about the contents. No, not the contents, just the look of the baggage and where do I think I lost it.
Okay. Okay. So while planning, okay. So while planning, you will have a sheet or something where you can write something. Okay. So while planning, you will write this. Okay. So Mark, you will find maybe American Tourister.
Mhm.
Okay. And flight, uh, sorry, okay, vol depuis Delhi à Toronto, par exemple. OK?
Okay.
Il dit, euh, et, par exemple, valise noire, 4 roues Select your reels or no, whatever you like. Euh, il y avait un autocollant avec mes détails personnels. Okay?
Okay.
And you can say je l'avais déposé, j'embarquais et je ne l'ai pas reçu quand je suis arrivé. Okay? So this all you should be planning. Okay? And then fill in the info. Okay? Bonjour madame, bonjour monsieur, je vous écris car j'ai perdu mon valise. Okay?
Okay. One small question. Does task one has to be a letter format or it can be just we can directly start, or do we have to
So
format it
your
as if a letter?
no, okay. So for this one, it is specifically given featured information. So you don't have to start it as a letter. But in the
Okay.
question, if you have checked the site that I gave you, there you will
Yes.
see, write to your friend. So when we're writing to our friend, it is either email or letter.
Yes.
So we
Yes.
start with cher ami to uh madame whatever.
Okay.
Okay. So here it's not necessary.
That is why I wanted to ask us. I saw that it was a letter type, and then here it's feature information. So we just have to
Hmm,
focus on what is asked. There's no
exactly.
specific requirement. Okay.
Okay. So we have
Okay.
enough details here that we have thought in the 2 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. And then you have to fill in the details in good 100 words. Okay. If you're confused what is a good place to stop, you can always take an average. Okay. 60, 120, the average is 80 or 90. So
90.
you can just stop at 90 words. And that's okay. Because if you write 70 words, that will be too less. Okay.
Yeah.
For planning, also you have to include where you use the subjunctive. Okay. For example, il faut que j'ai mon valise jusqu'à demain parce que j'ai une réunion. OK?
Okay.
OK? या फिर il faudrait mieux si il faudrait mieux si le compagnie aérienne peut organiser la livraison de mon valise.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So these are some things that you should also plan while you're planning for this. Okay? Because it's very important that you use subjunctive, conditional, C clause, where on these in all the tasks, minimum once. Okay? So, task 1. Yeah, okay, so we move to task 2. For task 2, we are giving 20 minutes, of which maximum 5 minutes will be for planning. Okay. Vous avez reçu de ce courriel, vous répondez et justifiez vos conseils. Ok. Donc, elle écrit sur un concours et elle veut décider une destination pour aller voyager. Ok. Okay. So, tell me what all will be in your plan. I'll give you a few minutes to think about it and then tell me. Okay, done?
Yes.
Okay, tell me.
First is the acknowledgement. We have to acknowledge the victory. So one line of that, like congratulations and things like that. Point one will be the first place, very well-known place that we would like. One first line would be the place and small description of that. And then the second line in the paragraph one will also include what activities we can do there. Then in second point will be the second place, uh, small description of the place, and second line would also include what activities we can do. Third point will be if situation. If those two do not, we do not like those two, we can propose a plan B. And while suggesting plan B, we will also add our closing argument like, please let me know which plan does work for you. Is it a plan A, where we go to two destinations, or plan B, which is the totally opposite? And then add the closing statements, I believe.
Okay,
Would that work?
yeah, good. Uh, Good. But okay, when you say first place, description, and more activities, in the planning itself, you should decide on the first place.
No. Okay.
Okay, because this is when you're thinking about the task. It's not that you think more about it. Okay, so
Mhm.
in the planning itself, you have to decide all the details. If you're saying first place, description, and activities, description you don't have to decide because if you know the place, you will be able to describe it. But what are the more activities that you'll do there?
Uh,
Okay, so decide on the first place.
okay. I think I have decided. Uh, First place would be castle exploring. Rajasthan. Since I'm writing about India, we can go to castles, explore the history of
Okay,
castles. If that doesn't work, we can also go to Delhi and see the monuments, the history of India. That's a second place. And if none of those work, we can stay in my state and discover something that is nearby, but that doesn't require a lot of effort. Let's say somewhere in Gujarat, and that doesn't require a lot of effort to travel back and forth, but is still as much as enjoyable. So there's also
Okay.
a point of resting rather than just traveling.
Okay. This is good. Okay. So you can start with, okay, la première destination que je te propose, c'est au Rajasthan. On peut aller regarder plusieurs châteaux de Rajput qui étaient créés avant de l'annexation par les Anglaises. Donc, ils sont vraiment vieilles. On saura l'histoire indienne, la vraie histoire.
Yes.
Okay, that is one. And you can say, of course, for toutes les destinations, on va manger les plats traditionnels et on va faire du shopping. That is always there.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. This, okay, need also to decide where you will be using subjunctive, conditional, C clause, gerundive. Okay, you can also put that in your planning. So when you're writing, you don't have to think about that.
Yes. So for my plan, the conditional comes at third paragraph. As if the first two doesn't work, here is another option. Subjunctive I have to find, and gerundive I was saying that while exploring this city, we can also enjoy the regional food. That would be
Okay.
my gerundive.
So if you are saying here, if you don't like and then conditional, then it is not going to work. Because what is the C clause with conditional?
Hypothetical.
Sorry?
Hypothetical situation.
Yes. Okay, so C clause is okay. If you want to use si tu n'aimes pas, on peut décider. On peut chercher des autres idées. Okay? This is okay for C clause, but your conditional will not go here, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. I have to find some better fit version.
Yeah. So while planning, you have to think of these as well. Okay. So now, because you're planning for TCF, you will have to be more aware of this. Okay. Till now, we were not very aware of if we are using these or not. But now, very, with a very active presence of mind, we have to use these 4 things minimum once. Okay. If we have 3 paragraphs, in each paragraph, at least one thing we have to include.
Okay.
Okay. So, if I were here, maybe I would use C clause maybe in the first 2 paragraphs. Okay. Si tu aimes, on peut aller faire du shopping. Okay. And in the conclusion, I would have used the subjunctive. I would say, il faut que tu me dises ce que tu aimes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that could work.
Gerundive, the way you said, on peut explorer en mangeant le cuisine traditionnelle. Okay, and C clause just like this. C clause and conditional. So I try to use conditional and subjunctive together. Okay, il faudrait mieux que. Il faudrait que tu me dises. Okay. So that's how I do it. Then there are many other phrases like bien que, or malgré que. Okay, after which you can use the subjunctive.
Yes. Uh,
Okay, these are also good connectors.
yeah, we can highlight the point like bien que vous travaillez seulement une semaine, il inclut de possibilités pour nous à découvrir notre histoire.
Exactly.
Okay.
Ok, bien qu'il fasse chaud en ce moment,
Mhm.
il fera beau quand tu es ici.
Yes.
Ok, ça va. Smiley, do you want to tell me?
Yeah, so what I wrote was first of all, congratulations, félicitations pour le prix. Et après ça, um, I recommended if you want, you can rest at my place, or if you want, you can book a hotel which is close to my house. After that, places, touristic places, which can be museums or a butcher garden, which is very famous, and with that, activities which we can do there. And after that, I recommended there are many hotels and other activities that we can do close to these places. And and for the life of the country, I just suggest that people are very gentle, and in the evening everyone comes together to have a chit chat. So this is how life goes here. So if you want, you can stay at my place. So this is what I've written. For subjunctive, I thought like I can ask for the dates, like il faut que tu me dis la date. For gerontif, I wrote the same thing, that while we are discovering the places, we can eat the gastronomic restaurant. Yeah, this is what I've written.
Okay, yes. We missed that on while discussing the world's points that about the life basically. Okay, so we have to read the question very carefully and not forget what's asked in the question. Okay. Raconte-moi comment est la vie dans ton pays. Okay, so you have to talk about the life of your country. Okay. Okay. Smiley, this is okay, but we have a lot of back and forth. Where is
Yeah.
the text that I wrote for you? Okay. Okay, no worries. I don't have it, but I remember. So we have a lot of back and forth, and also we are not talking about exact places. Okay, with what I understood. So we need to be very specific. Okay, because if we write vaguely, then it's not very details oriented. Okay. So yeah, people are gentil et bavard is good. Okay, even if there is one line about this, then it's fine. Okay. Uh, Subjunctive for dates, good. Uh, oui. Activité et lieu à découvrir. So good that you are asking for your friend to stay with you, but it is nowhere mentioned that you have to ask for that. Okay, so focus on the task at hand. It's an added detail if you're adding que tu peux rester chez moi et on va faire des activités ensemble. It's good, but it's not necessary. Okay, so think of these extra things later. First, the details which are required.
Okay.
Okay. So, doubts for task 2? Okay. So we move on to task 3. read this, the instructions. Okay.
Yep. Finish the
Okay.
instruction.
So yeah, two articles are given to you, and you have to give a resume in 40 to 60 words. Okay. So you will have approximately 3 lines in this one. Okay, 3 or 4 maximum. Okay. And the second part is better. Okay, so try to use most things in like subjunctive, conditional, gerundive, C clause. We'll try to use in the second part only. But if you're able to use it in the first part, then it's good. Okay. Be very careful about the word limit here because this
Yes.
sometimes if you use more words here, then you're not able to use enough words here. Okay, because to explain your point of view, it's very important that you have enough words. Okay. Personally, okay, I will go to another document and I'll come back here. Okay, so I will give 10 minutes for planning and 20 minutes for writing the task. Okay, out of the 10 minutes of planning, okay, in 2 minutes, I will read the documents. Okay, and then I will plan like this. Okay, these are the 3 parts that I divide this into. Okay, presentation, personal opinion, and conclusion. Okay, presentation is just 2, 3 lines, so that's 1 paragraph. My personal opinion could be 1, 2, or 3 paragraphs. This is what I personally do. Okay, but yeah, do not exceed more than 3 because that's too much. 2 to 3
Mhm.
is perfect. Okay, that's the sweet spot. And the conclusion of 2 lines. Okay, this is what I will write. Okay, now while reading, uh, for example, okay, okay, these are some things that I will write. Okay, il faut que. So this is regarding the topic that I was using at that time, but this is il faut que vous aimiez le sujet que vous étudiez. Okay, this is one sentence that I have written during the planning only. Okay, so subjunctive is about classes. C clause is about living apart from classes. Gerundive for problems and conditional for introduction and the conclusion. Okay, so this is what I have written that I'll use these in this. And then, if possible, write the sentence, exact sentence while planning. Okay,
Okay.
so let's do this with the task at hand. I have this also. Okay, we'll do this with the task at hand. Okay, you can read the first document. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So what's the first idea from this one?
Uh, Eat local, fresh, and variety and seasonal food for better health, especially for the infants who are less than 5 years old, who needs to develop their immunity system.
That we got from document one alone?
Oh, I read the document too as well.
Oh, I didn't show you the document one.
I
No,
found
we're
it
just talking
online,
about
so
document one right now.
uh, okay. The gist of the document one is that the consumer like to buy fresh seasonal food that are uh, good for the health, and the distributor only buys 40% of this, but during the poor sorry poor poor developing to develop the locality and the agriculture local, they buy the local produce, somewhere similar to farmers market, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and
That
Snaggy, what about you? What do you think?
We, madam, so the grant distribution for the buying of these products is not more than like 40% for the fruits, and like the consumator who consume the produit, they give the reasons for lamia sonte, and they like to consume the products that are fresh for the and which are seasonal, and I guess it's just for the development of the agriculture and their company will aussi for the producteur who is proposing the consommateur pour des fruits et légumes est vrai pour le choix parce que je pense like the distribution which he's giving is correct, and yeah, I think I will just write these 4 lines about this.
Okay. Yeah. So you're right. It's about the freshness and buying with the local producers for a better health and better products.
Yeah.
Okay, and also fulfilling the Citizen Act and whatever. Okay. Okay, and document two.
Okay.
Mm.
This is very similar to document one, but somewhere that is the health benefits from in document one, the health benefits are from buying local and you supporting the local economy. Document two proposes that we also teach our children to eat healthy and make a decisions, make a healthy make a decisions about food in a healthier manner. Some way we can teach them are bringing our kids to grocery shopping to tell them which products are good, which products are bad. It doesn't have to be all the products that are necessary for them. Some products or the products that are essential in our life. For example, if there is a tortilla, there are multiple levels of product that is being consumed. So we can explain the difference between one tortilla, another part of tortilla, and which is good. Other thing we can do is include them in our cooking preparations. While we are cooking, we can explain why we add these things, why we add, why we prepare the things the way we do. For example, in meat, it is absolutely necessary that we cook up until certain points to reduce the salmonella poisons. So these are the things that are healthy and the needs to be learned at very early age. Uh, the Ripa family can also be a tradition, such as your traditional family recipe can be passed down to them in a manner that is healthy and that also keeps the culture alive. That would be
Okay.
my understanding.
Yeah. So these are your takeaways. Okay. Smiley.
So in this particular document, they're just talking about teaching children about good eating habits, which is bien manger. So they're talking like, why would we give this teaching to our children? It's because it will prevent prevention médicale et d'autres raisons et pour leur donner le goût de leur future alimentation. Parce que je pense il y a beaucoup d'enfants aujourd'hui qui n'est pas manger beaucoup. Le bien ne sont pas un bien choix pour manger la meilleure alimentation et parce que il faut que leur donner l'enseigner pour l'alimentation et après ça expliquer leur pour les bénéfices pour le produit, faire participer dans nos cours. Le repas familier traditionnel qu'on discute. Je pense on peut discuter le repas traditionnel pour dans une célébration comme au Canada on célèbre Thanksgiving et pour donner mon opinion je pense quand on enseigne des enfants pour l'alimentation, on peut donner la raison pour acheter des légumes ou fruits frais ou saisonnels et donner l'enseigner pourquoi on doit consommer l'alimentation qui est frais et saisonnelle et après ça, comment on peut prévenir des choses médicales quand on besoin quand on mange l'alimentation fraîche et donc je pense je vais donner mon opinion.
Okay, both of you good, but the what you're saying is way too long for what we can put in our text. As we saw, the first part is 40 to 60 words only. Okay, so we have to summarize both the documents in 40 to 60 words, okay, together. So we'll just take one or two ideas, the most important one or two ideas from both the documents. Okay. So here, for the first document, we'll say, d'après le premier document, il est important de manger les fruits et légumes frais et saisonniers. Okay? That is what the first document is saying. And d'après le deuxième document, il faut apprendre à manger ça dès un jeune âge. Okay?
Okay.
So these are just two lines. I'm not saying that this is it. This will not be enough. But yeah, these are the two major ideas. Okay? So both the topics are talking about healthy eating. Okay?
Yes.
So yeah, you can mention that tous les deux documents parlent de l'alimentation saine. D'après le premier document, on doit manger les fruits et légumes frais et de saison. Yeah, I already told you. Okay, et le deuxième document, de l'autre côté. Okay, so you can use different connectors here. Okay, de l'autre côté, d'après le deuxième document, on peut apprendre à manger sain d'un trop petit âge. Et c'est pour aider notre alimentation et une vie saine. Okay?
Okay.
You
Okay.
don't have to give examples in the first part. No examples. Okay? Try not to use the exact words from the documents. Okay? For example, la prévention médicale. We will try to not use it in our resume. Okay?
Okay.
We can give examples in the second part, not here. Okay?
Okay.
So, yeah. This line, so, okay, if we have to talk about document though, this line we can ignore. This is giving us the idea of the topic. Okay, so this is one important line. This we ignore. This is important. This, yeah, this is not important, but goût de future alimentation can be used. Okay, this, no. This is an example of how they are doing it. Okay, so you take ideas from this. So you are looking at an example of how the transmission is being done. Okay. So only one or two important lines are here. Okay. So these are the two ideas that we have to talk about. Okay. Apprendre à manger and comment transmettre. These are the two important things that are in this article. Okay. One more thing is nominalisation. Okay. Using nouns instead of verbs. Okay. So for example, here we have comment transmettre de façon. Okay. La transmission des idées, you can say. Okay. So you have to try to use nouns instead of verbs here.
Okay.
Okay. So that's first part, okay, of this. Second part, easy. Okay. Think of 2 or 3 main points that you're going to write about. Okay, it's the same way that we have learned till now. Okay, 2 or 3 points, explanation, maybe example, conclusion.
Okay.
Okay. If we come here, okay, presentation of first part is what I'll plan is manger les légumes या फिर fruits et du saison. Okay, here I know I can use the subjunctive. Here I can say il faut que nous mangions. Okay.
Okay.
Document 2 is saying that it's important to apprendre comment manger sain. Okay. And we have to put an importance of jeûnage. Okay. These are the
Okay.
two important points that we'll be talking about. Okay. Then my personal opinion. Now I have to decide if so there will be documents which is for and against. Okay. For example, looking at this, the similar topic, the topic could be if we should be buying from supermarkets, first document will be pour and the second document will be conch. Okay, not the grand home supermarché, but the local shopkeepers.
Mhm.
Okay, so these are the two opinions. So at that point, you will have to decide if you are going with which part, first or second. Okay, but here because the subject is more common, okay, and why will we not agree to this? So the decision part is not here, but some like most cases you will have to decide something. Okay, so here you are saying les deux articles proposent les bonnes idées, ok, ou bonnes idées pour être en bonne forme. Ok, je suis d'accord avec tous les deux articles. Okay.
Okay.
Then you start writing that il faut acheter les produits frais et du saison parce que la. Okay, so you talk about the maybe agricultural practices. Okay, pratique agricole. Okay, see how the both of them are not verbs. Okay. So we talk about pratique agricole. Then we talk about so इसमें you will be writing about use of pesticide. Okay. Consommer les produits frais et du saison évite de consommer beaucoup de pesticides et chimiques. Okay.
Mhm.
Are you getting it?
Yes.
Following till your okay. That is your first idea. Okay. Your second idea would be about the kids. Okay. If we manger sain est une mode de vie, ce n'est pas une une acte spécifique. या फिर what do we call acte temporel. Okay. So it's not just once for a period of time every day, it's a mode of life. Ok, pour être sain, on doit toujours manger sain. Ok, and you can give examples. Ok, aujourd'hui, on voit les enfants qui mangent beaucoup de bonbons et là, quand ils grandissent, ils rencontrent des problèmes de ventre souvent. Ok, quelques de mes amis, quand j'étais à l'école, je voyais pour leur déjeuner, ils amenaient leur repas pas sain, mais c'était attirant. Ok, c'était le repas prêt à manger, des chips et pas de repas cuisiné à la maison. Et donc maintenant, je les vois et je vois qu'ils ont des problèmes de digestion et oui, whatever. Et même aujourd'hui, ils n'ont pas les habitudes saines. Okay?
Okay.
So this is the way that you can give examples like that. Okay? Manger est une mode de vie. Here I can use a conditionnel. And gérondif also. Okay? En mangeant sain, on garde notre santé. Okay? So yeah. And a short conclusion. Et pour notre bien-être, il faut qu'on mange sain. Il faut qu'on achète les produits sains. Regarder ce qu'on mange est une tâche, mais ça confirme notre présence pour longtemps. Okay? So, a small conclusion, 1 line, 2 line, good. Okay? Manage your words. Okay? Because it's very important to be in the word limit. For Canada, where you will be typing in your answers, what I have heard is that you're not able to exceed word limit by even 1 word. And you're not able to submit if you're 1 word less than the word limit. Okay, so you have to be very careful about that. Okay, manage your words. Okay. So yeah, I hope this gave you a lot of insights in the writing task. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's end the session here today. If possible, I'll send you the link of the PDF that I was sharing. And you can try to write the 3 tasks with what we discussed. Okay?
Okay.
For this one, it's not important that you take exactly 1 hour, but with time, as in like after a few tries, you have to write with the timer only. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So now we're meeting on Thursday, the same time.
Yes.
Okay? I'll maybe make a group of 3 of us, okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
On Thursday, I will add 2 more students, I guess. Okay?
Okay.
Ok. Très bien. À jeudi.
Merci. Okay.
Au revoir.
Alright, this brings us to the end of this session. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Till then, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. A bientôt.